Welcome to Sex Positive Gaming. I'm Annie, and today we're going to look at the top 10 new Patreons of 2021. Final rankings are based on subscriber numbers as of December 1st and any new Patreon created between December 1st, 2020 and November 30th, 2021 was eligible. This is an incredibly varied mix of flavors and game styles, and I hope there is something here for everyone. Of the almost 1,200 new games released this year on Patreon, these are the 10 best. As always, all links can be found for free on my Patreon, because YouTube is against having too much fun. At number 10, we have the male homosexual harem mobile game, Ero Kondo. In it, you manage an apartment building where you can date your tenants. This is a gorgeous hand-drawn title with animations that takes all of the best mobile mechanics without poisoning our gaming experience with microtransactions. I mean, could you imagine a world where you can just play a game on your phone without diamonds, gacha mechanics, or ridiculous wait times? Since January, Ero Kondo has delivered monthly updates and new characters in a remarkably well-polished, package. Ero Kondo is available for Android on their Patreon. At number 9, we have the Dragon and Cat romance, Farm D. I covered this VR optional title last week in my new Steam releases for December video, and since its release in March, we've seen over a dozen builds. Upcoming updates include adding kobolds and griffins, and an open world experience outside of the barn. If you've always wanted to explore a VR world of furries and monsters, then this is probably the game for you. Farm D is available for PC on Steam and their Patreon in both VR and non-VR forms. Minecraft has shown itself to be one of the most popular gaming experiences ever. It only stands to reason that someone would make a mod to add sexual interactions. At number 8, we have Schnurry TV. This is a free-to-play natural enhancement for Minecraft available on Lovers Lab. I'm not sure if this is more ridiculous or entertaining, but I do know that this mod is popular. Since its release in August, we've seen a number of updates and expanded features to what initially seemed like a joke, but is actually turning into a solid addition for people looking to add something special to their overworld. Schnurry TV is available for the Java versions of Minecraft on their Patreon and Lovers Lab. So number 7 is the only game that I couldn't show in this video. Intimate is a VR-only furry experience. Currently, there are multiple anthropomorphic creatures of various genders to interact with. Just don't expect any clothing. There is a potential plan to support a 2D version in the future, but currently you should only check this out if you have VR hardware that is compatible with Steam VR. Intimate is available for PC on their Patreon. At number 6, we have the Alice in Wonderland-esque boar visual novel, It's a Gluttonous Life. You are a human who wakes up from a coma in a world solely occupied by anthropomorphic creatures that want to eat you, like even the giraffe. I don't know. This is one of those insane plots that you just need to roll with. Currently, there are animations including those related to digestion. I guess this gives new meaning to the phrase, "this too shall pass." It's a Gluttonous Life is available for PC and Mac on their Patreon. At number 5, we have the Mad Max meets Fallout visual novel, Desert Stalker. This is a post-apocalyptic power fantasy adventure that takes place around the former Egypt. The renders are decent, there are animations, and the story is actually pretty interesting. There have been 7 builds since its launch in December, which is a decent pace. This is a more violent title, but then I did say it was post-apocalyptic. Just be aware. Desert Stalker is available for PC, Mac, and Android on their Patreon and itch.io. Number 4 is the magical college adventure that is totally not influenced by Harry Potter, Lust Academy. Currently, there is some degree of interactivity, but this is mostly a standard visual novel. The renders are really good and there are excellent animations. There's also a decent amount of optional LGBTQIA+ content to choose from, as well as a romanceable character that totally doesn't look like Hermione Granger. With 7 builds released since its December launch, Lust Academy is starting to build up a decent amount of content, and I'm looking forward to reviewing it next year. Lust Academy is available for PC, Mac, and Android on their Patreon. At number 3, we have the college harem adventure, College Bound. I covered this free visual novel back in June, and we saw the first DLC expansion, College Bound Episode 2, released in September, also for free. The renders are decent with animations, and the characters are much more realistic than other games currently on the market. This is not just one of the top new Patreons of 2021, It is also one of the top new Steam games of 2021 as well, but I'll talk about that more next week. College Bound Episodes 1 and 2 are available for PC, Mac, and SteamOS for free on Steam, and for PC and Mac for free on their Patreon. Most of us have played Skyrim at some point over the last 10 years. This is one of the most modded titles ever made, and there have been many attempts to add additional sexual content to the game. Number 2 is one of the most interactive and comprehensive mods made to do this, Ostim. I'll be covering this more in detail later this week, but this is one of the best romantic interaction mods I've ever seen outside of The Sims. Ostim is available for PC for free on their Patreon and Nexus Mods. And at number 1, we have the gorgeous college harem adventure, Fresh Women. This highly ambitious visual novel released in April and took over the number 1 spot in less than 2 months. The renders and animations are fantastic, and there is a decent amount of content for a game with only 2 builds. I'll talk much more about this fabulous looking game later this week. Fresh Women is available for PC, Mac, and Android on itch.io and their Patreon. There you have it. These are the 10 most popular new Patreon games of 2021. The renders, animations, and plot lines will only continue to get better in 2022. We're also seeing new flavors and a lot more of the most popular ones. Looking at you, college harems. But that is still an awesome sign that this community has so much to look forward to. Let me know what your favorite new Patreon game of 2021 was. Which new game do you feel has the best chance in breaking to the top 10 overall, and why? Until next time, no shaming, just gaming. Thanks to all this month's supporters on Patreon. I wouldn't have been able to do this without you.